So you're thinking about moving to Douglasville, Georgia? Well, everyone says that Douglasville is Atlanta's best kept affordable secret, but the bad news is that the affordability of housing might be closing. Back in 2020, the median home price here in Douglasville was right around $200,000. Now it hovers around $330,000 mark, and the growth is outpacing the roads and infrastructure that support it. So the question you have to ask yourself is Douglasville still the budget-friendly city it's always been known for, or has affordability quietly slipped away while no one was looking? Well, stay tuned because in today's video, we're going to go over the 8 pros and cons of living in Douglasville so you can determine if moving here still makes financial sense. So let's get into it. The first pro of living in Douglasville is the affordability of housing here and also the lower cost of living. These two things, Douglasville still manages to stand out. The median home prices here have grown steadily upward over the last 5 years, and with this type of market, when you have that type of growth, things really evolve quickly, but we are seeing that the real estate market is cooling after these gains. But here's the key, even with those changes, Douglasville still remains more affordable than Atlanta, and everyday costs like groceries and utilities stretch further here, and also buyers often find that they can get more bang for their buck when buying a home here in Douglasville. If you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a real estate agent here in Georgia. I also moved to Georgia from Florida over 16 years ago and been living ever since. And we help individuals and families relocate here to Douglasville or one of the surrounding suburbs as your Georgia relocation team. And on our channel, North Georgia Life, we cover everything there is to know about living here, including the best neighborhoods and things to do, so you get a really good idea what it's like living here. Make sure you subscribe down below to our channel so you'll be the first to learn about what's happening here. Also, by subscribing, it helps us out a lot and allows us to keep making videos like this for you. If you are thinking about moving to Douglasville, then go ahead, give us a call or shoot us a text. Our phone number is right here on the screen. Also, all our contact information is down in the description below. We'd love to help you make a smooth move here. If you do like this video, make sure you hit the like button and give us a thumbs up. The second pro of living in Douglasville is the location the city is from Atlanta. And if you look at a map, Douglasville is just west of Atlanta. It takes about 30 minutes to get to the city of Atlanta and roughly 40 minutes to get to the airport. So you can live outside the congestion of the city without losing the convenience. And for commuters, that's a huge plus because Interstate 20 runs right through Douglasville, which makes trips easy and predictable. However, the trade-off is that the population growth is heading westward from Atlanta, which is bringing traffic with it, especially during rush hour. But the good news is that living in Douglasville still feels like an escape. You got some beautiful West Georgia rolling hills here, and also you have spots like the Sweetwater Creek Park that gives residents that live here access to nature getaways. And families also like living here, being 15 minutes from Six Flags over Georgia. So the location of Douglasville is really the magnet. People that live here are close enough to the city of Atlanta, but also far enough to be out of the hustle and bustle of city life. The third pro of living in Douglasville is all the community events and also the amenities. Weekends in Douglasville really highlights how connected the community is here. Families head over to Hunter Memorial Park for a youth baseball game or a nice walk around the lake. And if you'd like to pick up a basketball game, we'd recommend you go over to Jesse Davis Park. That's the park to go to. And also downtown Douglasville has a lot of different festivals that brings residents together to really enjoy some nice delicious food from the food trucks and also listen to some live music. For your nature lovers, you have Sweetwater Creek Park that has over 2,500 acres that offers a nice wilderness retreat and also outdoor activities. And if you like going shopping or to the movies, we recommend that you go to the Arbor Place Mall right here in Douglasville. It's always active and lively year-round, but it's important to note they've had to increase the police presence there to address misbehavior use there at the mall. So the weekends in Douglasville really has its own rhythm that's relaxed, social, and family friendly. The fourth pro of living in Douglasville is the public schools. And Douglasville schools has become one of the city's biggest strengths. According to niche.com, they gave Douglas County schools a solid B for their grade. Also, you have Alexander High, which is well known for a sports program, and also a new performance arts center. And we always advise our buyers to check out third-party websites like niche.com or School Digger. Make sure you check out any school districts before purchasing a home. The first con of living in Douglasville is that the infrastructure and roads are struggling with keeping up with growth. As new neighborhoods are popping up across Douglasville, the roads, the sewer lines, and water lines are feeling the pressure, creating congestion and also service slowdowns in certain parts of the city. But the good news is there are some major projects underway to address these infrastructure issues, but sometimes these projects do take years, so at this time residents have to deal with backups and delays until the infrastructure is in place. The second con of living in Douglasville is that your commute times are becoming longer and also the Atlantic traffic is overflowing into Douglasville. So the strain is becoming more obvious on the local roads when you're driving into Atlanta. A typical Douglasville commute to Atlanta starts out as a 30-minute trip, could easily stretch into an hour once rush hour hits. Living close to the city keeps opportunities within reach, but it's just good to be aware of that some of these short routes within Douglasville are turning into long crawls from the overflow of traffic from Atlanta. But the good news is that they are looking at creating an HOA lane here on I-20. So for now, leaving early for work or having flexible hours is the most practical fix if you plan to live in Douglasville. The third con of living in Douglasville is that the job market here is still finding its footing, while commuting is still tied to the Atlanta job market. Douglasville's local economy is starting to find its own rhythm. The job base is growing here, and also you're having major investments come into Douglasville, like the Lionsgate television complex. But for right now, most of the local employment here in Douglasville is around logistics, retail, and also healthcare. You do have some new mixed-use development going on, which is supporting some of the local businesses here. So if you are moving to Douglasville and you are looking for employment opportunities, just be aware there are some local jobs here, but the job market really hasn't caught up with the population growth yet. The fourth con of living in Douglasville is the rising housing costs. And the home prices here in Douglasville is truly telling a story that the market is in transition. Once known as Atlanta's last true affordable suburb, the numbers are now painting a different picture. And Douglasville has experienced a big leap in home prices from 2020 to 2025. But if you are thinking about moving to Douglasville, the prices of home here in Douglasville is still within reach, but the affordability of homes is fading. So go ahead, give us a call or shoot us a text. Our phone number is right here on the screen as your Georgia relocation team. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if Douglasville is the right fit for you and your family. Also, if you're still in research mode and like more information about Douglasville, then watch this map tour of Douglasville that I created for you here on the screen. Until next time, as we always say in our channel, North Georgia Life, we make the world a better place, one person, one family, one investor at a time through the power of real estate.